Good morning, everyone. This is a follow-up video from the one of yesterday, where I was trying to rescue some resin pieces that were very soft. So, for example, they were like this, really bendy and very sticky on the back. This was caused by using too much hardener in the mix. My hand slipped and in it went, and I thought, oh, it doesn't matter, it's hardener, it'll make the things extra hard. Well, that didn't work. And I had made all of these things, and I thought, what am I going to do with that? And so I had a thought, and I thought, okay, I'm going to put UV resin on the back and to see whether that will stop them being pliable. So here we have two cats made from the same batch, and you saw how flexible these are. I can bend them in half. They're really just like a piece of rubber. And now I have these. They're still a little bit flexy, but not nearly as bad as the originals. And these are coated in green resin because I was doing something else with green and I had a little bit left over. So I will be converting these into keychains once I get round to it. So I think, okay, these ones are still a bit flexy, but they're much better than they were. So that's the outcome of that. Now this is the base of my crib, and this, I could bend it, really, I can bend it a little bit, but it's much better, and it's got some strength to it. And the crib piece was doing this, when I stood it up, it just went bloop, like that. So I put some UV resin. I haven't put it all over yet, but I just put it here on these struts and then across the bottom and across these figures. And now I've had this standing upright all overnight, and it's still in the same position. So I have to say that this is definitely plus, but I just have to finish off this to make it even, so it doesn't look very nice on the back. But this, I can definitely say I have salvaged. So I'm really pleased about that. Then I also had a phone stand which was doing the same thing, and this, now I can hardly move it. So again, this is a plus. So okay, now the angels I covered just with UV resin. There's still a little bit of flexibility in them, but that's okay. They're going to be Christmas tree ornaments, and they're not sort of flexible to the touch. I mean, I can move them, but I'm really putting a lot of pressure on it to move them. So I would say that these also are a success. Yeah, okay. Now this fellow, this dove, I didn't put UV resin on the back. It is a bit flexible still, but I did coat it with acrylic matte gloss varnish because it was super sticky on the back, and I thought I can't have that, being super sticky. So so now it's not sticky at all, as you can see. So really pleased about that. The stars also, I just coated these with acrylic varnish on the back because of the stickiness. So they're fine, they'll be fine. And these ones I coated with green UV resin on the back because I didn't like the color. The color is, I don't think you can see much of a difference, but if I turn it over this way you can see. And when I put it up to the light, this one now shows up much more green than it did. So I could probably put a bit greener resin on the back, or even colored it with an acrylic pen and then put the varnish on, the UV resin on top. But these are a success. They're not sticky, so I'm really pleased with that. So, and then the jewelry, again, I did the same thing with the UV resin on the back, green UV resin, and so I've made 3 pendants, I think. Yes, 3 pendants. And again, these are, you know, they've been painted with green, so they do look a bit better. I'm still learning about colouring and things, so some of my things do turn out a bit in a funny colour at the moment. But I think these are a nice colour and could be saleable, and somebody might like them. So I made 3 pendants, and then I've got matching earrings, so to go with the pendants. So I've got 2 large diamonds and 2 small diamonds. Whoops. Oh, I think the ear wire has come off this one. I need to sort that out, but anyway, or maybe I never put it on in the first place, who knows. So all in all, I'm very happy with how things have turned out, and I would like to say that yes, that was a success. I don't know, as I said in the previous video, if any of you have got any tips about how to rescue resin pieces that go like this, you know, without throwing them in the bin. I'm going to keep these ones as flexible because they're going on key rings, and I think, you know, that's quite fun. In fact, I just noticed this one's lost a leg and it's got a hole in it, so I won't be using this one anyway. But yeah, but I don't remember what this colour, oh yes, what was this colour? It's a horrible colour, isn't it? This colour is, I'll tell you what it is, it's white resin mixed with the green resin, with the green, how did I make this green? I used a green mica. Did I use green? No, I used green alcohol ink and mica to make this green. And then when I mixed it with the white, I got this colour. I got mud. But anyway, you live and learn, so I won't be doing that again. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how these have turned out, as I said, and glad to have rescued everything. So these are still a bit sticky, so I will have to put something on the back. I don't want them, you know, sticking to my glass mat. So yeah, so there we are. So thank you for watching. Take care, have a lovely day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.